Hello, everybody. Welcome to our owlscoop.com pregame show. Kyle Gauss is behind the camera this week, so you won't get to see his beautiful face, but you will get to see one Colin Thompson here.
Not a beautiful face, though.
Ah, come on.
Beautiful shirt.
There you go. Yeah, let's start with this first. This is a softball jersey, a Mizuno softball jersey. Mizuno made famous by people like Pete Rose in the past for like the spikes and everything they wore. Tell us a little bit before we get to the game. Tell us about your softball days here. I didn't know about this.
Very important, groundbreaking stuff here. Bringing to light the Savages softball team. Shout out. We were not allowed to play intramural sports at Temple, but for some reason, somehow, we got away with it under the watchful eye of Matt Rule, and we got to play softball. Won the championship. Ran away with it, really. A bunch of football guys out there swinging for the fences, and had a ball. A lot of good players and a lot of fun.
Hey, you should have been putting the ball out on like Tenara Street, right? You're playing up on Geezy?
Yeah, playing up on Geezy, but really it's a contact thing. Everyone wanted to drive it. We were all about contact and running the bases. They're only like 20 feet apart, so we had a ball.
One last question for you. Did you ever think, like, what if I blow out my knee up on Geezy and like your whole career is ruined after that? Did you ever fear that? Or obviously not, I guess, right?
Every single time I was up to bat and or in the field, when I would play first and guys would be running the first base, I was so scared of some gym class hero take my knee out on first, and I have to go explain to the training staff and our head coach at the time that I just blew my ACL or someone stepped on my foot. It was fun.
Fortunately, that did not happen. You still could be on the verge of getting back into the NFL or the XFL, so we'll keep our eye on that, of course. Let's talk about this game today. Temple's facing a ranked Memphis team, 23rd in the AP poll, I think 20th in the coaches poll. They've got a great offense. We know about that. I personally think let's start with their defense. I know they've got at least some pass defense. Their numbers look pretty good, but their schedule, I'm not trying to take anything away from them. They played Navy. They haven't played a great schedule. No. Do you think they can move the ball on this defense, especially the run game?
I think they can. I think Temple can run the football on a lot of teams this year. They really laid it on ECU, over 200-plus yards rushing, 160. What was that? What did Ray have last week? I got on my card in front of me. I think it was 150-plus. Yeah. I think Jagger had 64. Correct me if I'm wrong. They both had touchdowns. The offensive line is really starting to get rolling. Kenny Yeboah is healthy, involved in the run game. We saw a lot of outside running last week with an inside start, with a bounce to the outside, with a pin by the tight end, multiple pulling guards and tackles. So I will. The great Rob Silk, the man. Long story short, I think Temple's going to really run the ball well today because of the group up front. It doesn't even have to do with Memphis. It's because of what they have. The RPO game with Blue off of it is huge. If they're going to load the box, how are you going to guard Blue one-on-one? He's going to make you miss and hit it long. He's had a great year so far. He's been kind of quiet lately, but look for Anthony to get on page with Mac today in Blue. Maybe a game out of Yeboah as well. He's been quiet this year.
Defensively, I guess Kenneth Gainwell scares you. Their quarterback, a former blue-chip recruit at Arizona State, comes over with Norvell. What do you have to do to stop these guys?
Well, they're a sound team. 11 rushes, 11 passing TDs, a unit in an outfit that has played a little bit together. Last year, he had a great year with over 26 touchdowns. This year, he's got 9, I believe. But again, they haven't played a lot of teams. Louisiana Monroe, South Alabama, Southern out of the SWAC. Ole Miss team that is just really not that good this year. I think Temple just is too much for them team speed-wise, and I just think they have too many single-digit guys in key positions for the Owls. That's what I always look at before the year. Where do the single digits lie? If they lie at linebacker, probably going to have a good group. Your defense is going to be really sound. Quincy Roche, 3 sacks in 4 games. He's trending way up. But your point, how to stop that offense, I think Temple just has too much. They can't beat themselves, obviously, like they did last week with the pre-snap penalties, but I just think Temple has too much team speed defensively.
What do you think of the atmosphere here today for homecoming? They're expecting, from what I've told, expecting a big crowd. Maybe, God forbid, we could see the lower bowl, the link full. What do you think of the atmosphere here today?
Well, it looks like the bottom of the link's going to be full today with some sprinkled, people throughout the stadium just sitting comfortably and out of the sun. I think the atmosphere is fantastic. I challenged Temple fans on the show I was on earlier. Why isn't like this every week? Why does homecoming bring people here? I don't know why. If you're part of a big school, it's homecoming every weekend. So that's my challenge. I know you guys always challenge the fans on your podcast. Hey, you want things to be better for Temple? Show up. So people are showing up today. It's a great trend. Hopefully we can keep this going. Hopefully the Saturdays are this beautiful like they are today. Fantastic atmosphere. The smoke from the grills, people having beverages, having a great time. Nothing like having a beverage before 10 a.m.
Yeah, we were going We were going to try to get some of your former teammates on the show here. They are otherwise occupied, so we're back at Silky's Tailgate. Let me get a prediction out of you and a player of the game.
The great Rob Silk. Player of the game. I hope it's Anthony Russo, but I think it's going to be Sean Bradley, right? I mean, it's an easy pick. It's a safe pick, but why not? The guy is Mr. Game Day. He wants to be a top draft pick. There's something to be said about that. Okay, here's your chance, Sean. National TV, ESPN2. There's going to be scouts here to see their quarterback, to see their running back, to see our offensive line, to see really Blue and Mac and the players that Temple has and your other teammates that wear single digits. But you want to get drafted into the top 3 rounds? Here's your show against a legitimate passing game and a legitimate running game that's hitting on all cylinders. Like I said, even attack. 11 passing TDs, 11 rushing TDs out of Memphis. So I think it's Sean Bradley. What's your player of the game there, John?
I was thinking Bradley too, but maybe I'll go with Sam Franklin.
Okay.
Forcing a turnover early, forcing a fumble. I guess obviously, it looks like he's still playing a similar role to what Jeff had him playing as a nickel, where he's dropping back, he's up at the line sometimes. Maybe he forces a turnover today and turns the game that way. So you're thinking a Temple win today. I feel like you're predicting a Temple win today.
I am, and it's unbiasedly. I just don't think Memphis has played a team like Temple. Just trying to be unbiased as possible. They have not played a team like Temple. So I think Temple wins 28-24. I think it's very similar to the Cincinnati game last year where they're going to OT. It's coming down to the last play of the game. So like I said, 28-24 Temple.
Heard it from Colin Thompson. For John DiCarlo, Colin Thompson, Kyle Gauss, Sam Newman just showed up, and Lot K here. Thanks for tuning in this week. We'll see you guys soon.